later.
Okay.
This is Full Slice Podcast with Paul.
I really wish I could get another pandemic.
Kyle.
Suck on it until the magic happens.
Phil.
Jesus was from New Jersey.
And me, Tyler. I would love to know what the is playing right now. Okay.
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
All right, I'm in. Me too.
Let's do this!
Yes.
All right, pilot episode round 2.
Hello, friends.
You want to talk about that right off the bat? My God.
I am.
We can,
really, I'm guilty of doing something that I think we've all done, but I think most people did it earlier in their 20s. I bought something and didn't look at the alcohol content, and I crushed like 2 White Russians. And by the time you got the Cutwater White Russians, delicious, by the way. Not saying anything bad about the product, but it's not the thing you should take or have before you're about to do, solid 3 hours of podcasting.
First episodes ever, by the way. They were supposed to be.
First episodes, Cutwater White Russians, like 14, 15%. Crushed one while I was cleaning up. Boy, you guys got here. When you got here, I'm like, I'm all right. I'll have enough.
Kyle looked at me and goes, I'm feeling a little buzzy.
Yeah, I was a little Buzz Lightyear, bud. I was on it. I was making honey, buddy.
He was flying high.
And I was sitting there while we were recording. I said, I'm gonna blow this whole thing, because with me, if I have a high amount of alcohol real quick, I just get tired. I don't get drunk and go
You get sleepy.
go run around the schoolyard or something. But I get super sleepy, and I'm sitting there in the middle of the podcast, like trying to stay awake, and I felt so bad that happened, but it was really good.
Honestly, I think it was great, and at some point we should probably release.
We have it in the archive.
Yeah, I mean, literally, we were recording, and his head is bobbing.
I just hear Tyler
the microphone's falling.
I was fucking sleeping.
Between Tyler, Phil, and I, we were having this great conversation, and then we would check in with Kyle every once in a while and be like, "Hey, what's up, bud?" And he's just like.
Felt horrible, very embarrassing.
So it is Full Size Podcast, but it's here. Round robin. You want to go around the room real quick? How was everybody's 4th of July?
It was good. 4th of July, nice little picnic.
Yeah,
nice. Good.
Super hot.
Smoked some ribs.
Yeah, just
Did you?
Yeah,
I laid down for the most part. But yeah,
You laid down for this part.
Speaking of smoking ribs, I fell on my scooter at Vets Park.
You did. He was going.
How fast?
He was going like 20
19,
through the woods.
20 miles an hour.
Yeah, through the woods. And if there's one big branch, you'll eat it.
Hey, that's one thing the Cutwaters were good for. I didn't feel a thing. He comes down the hill on his bike with his wife, and I'm getting up out of the rocks like, my scooter's like 6 feet, 8 feet behind me.
We were riding with him on our bikes, and then he just disappeared for 3 minutes. He was gone so fast. And then by the time we found him, he was on the ground.
Did it bring back memories of going off bike ramps?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Dirt mounds.
Oh, yeah.
You just eat it so hard, just boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, are you okay? You just keep riding bikes, please.
Tyler's wife goes, "Did you fall?" Like, no, I'm exercising.
Are you sure? That looked like you really hurt yourself.
She was so concerned.
I was really in the mood for some burpees, so I just, I just really hopped onto it.
Mood struck me for burpees.
But this scooter I bought, right? The thing goes 19. Any scooter in America, it's like a federal law that it can't go over 19 miles an hour, or it needs to be registered and insured, and you had to get all this paperwork and shit involved. It's got to have a VIN number.
Wow.
So all these companies make electric scooters with a 19-mile-an-hour governor, which is cool. It's fine. I don't want to go more than 20 on an electric scooter.
Dude, that thing starts wiggling and shaking.
But there's apps you can buy. So it connects Bluetooth to your phone. So you could do like sport mode. You could do like eco mode. I've driven it
like
to work,
car?
9 miles to work. But there's an app that you can download that connects to Bluetooth, and you could tell it, I'm not in America, bro. I'm in fucking Europe. And you could put that thing to 40 miles an hour.
Woo! No.
I did it once.
Hell no.
I'll never do it again. That thing, like, when you're driving at 19, it's like occasionally you get a wind gust. When you're going 40, it just sounds like this.
Oh, God.
Your mouth is like the dog in the car. I was so scared. And, you get the little wiggles and all that.
Yeah.
But that thing, I can go 9 miles to work and back on one battery charge. Pretty cool.
You know what's funny though is because I know with the one wheel, like the GT, the big one, you can go 35, 40 miles an hour on that, and and that's
wow, dude.
Yeah,
but yeah, we were riding.
That's just a wheel.
A wheel, by the way.
A wheel.
A wheel.
Forget
But yeah,
One wheel sponsor.
he ate shit in Veterans Park
wish.
there. We didn't wind up actually staying for the fireworks, though. I found out that we can see all those fireworks right from my front yard. I was so stoked on that.
That's awesome.
Because we
dude.
rode our bikes there every year to see them up and close in person because it's right next to my neighborhood. But now we found out right in the front yard you could see every single one of them. It was like, hell yeah, dude, barbecue and then hit the front yard, dude. It's going to be the best time. I can't wait for next year.
I found my sweet spot, though, and I think Tyler could maybe touch on this. 1 5 milligram gummy,
I
2
can touch his
beers.
sweet spot.
One of the most mellow, cool nights ever. Sitting in his
That's
yard
it, yeah.
watching fireworks.
Yeah.
I was sitting in.
know,
I
it
felt
was
like
great.
John Rockefeller. I was like, this is living.
I can't. The thing is, I can't
Mix.
I can't mix at all.
What happens
Really?
when you mix? What happens?
I did, and it was fine. Well, I did the same thing that night.
Anything from blacking out to hurling to
Dude.
just completely losing my mind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When you
anytime-
mix any amount of alcohol with weed, or is it
Yeah.
a certain point? you know,
any
you
amount.
can't-
Well, because the inhibitions go out the
do
door.
experiment.
So then,
yeah.
You
there
just say, fuck
essentially
it, keep taking more.
there are no limitations. So I either start smoking more, or I start. That's also kind of why I
Spiral.
I stop smoking weed and I just take edibles.
Yeah.
because
I would too.
sometimes
That's what I'm going to do.
I can't control myself, and so
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, you know what? To that topic with 4th of July and everything, I realized because we spent the whole day at our sister's house in the pool. I mean, sun up to sundown. We had a big thunderstorm and everything. We went inside and watched the thunderstorm, went back out. I drank all day long.
yeah.
Haven't done that, and I can't tell you how long. And it took me out for the entire second day.
Oh, this
like
guy
3
was
o'clock.
bumping around in the pool. Let's play Brave Little Toaster songs.
That was not my idea. That was yours. He started playing. That was his idea, 10,000%. And he started playing.
Yeah, but one.
Oh, Rudy.
One of them. Not, let's play the one at the junkyard, at the repair shop.
Yeah, see it. Wait,
Wop,
yes.
bop, boo, bop, boo, wop,
Yeah.
bam.
You guys want to play the
was in the
scary air
100.
conditioner clip?
I was in the Indy 100.
Oh yeah,
Worthless.
that's a great song
Dude,
though.
aren't they great? I
They're
love-
great songs.
Dude, the Brave Little Toaster is such a great movie.
With the air conditioner. It's my function. Really? We didn't mean it.
You know what's really funny? I didn't put this together until later on in life, but I had my mom bought a Kirby vacuum cleaner from the Kirby salesman that came to the door.
Really?
And then I watched Brave Little Toaster and I'm like, that's why he's Kirby.
I was 8 years old. I didn't know that was a brand.
Hey, I'm thinking about an edible of 2 beers and watching Brave Little Toaster again. What would you say your sweet spot is, Phil?
So it's always going.
I know you. He'd be like, it depends if it's a West Coast IPA, or if it's a New England IPA, or if it's a Pilsner, or if it's a dark Pilsner. You're too specific.
I don't necessarily mix for the most part, but it doesn't bother me if I do.
I love your fly fishing
Which
shirt.
which way would you lean
Love it.
more? Would you want more edibles or
Yeah,
or
that's
something
more-
like that,
Well,
or more
too much-
alcohol? Like for
Too much alcohol is
celebrating.
gonna give me a stomachache. So
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like hangovers anymore.
No,
not
me
that,
neither.
not that I did to begin with, but I get.
That's what I discovered. I cannot handle the hangover
Yeah.
anymore like I used to, and I'm only 30.
Phil's more of an advocate for savoring a beer.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I would say so. You also forgot to add that you drank that 14%er.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On top of
yeah.
the clear water.
Oh, Phil goes, oh, yeah, this was in a basement from some Dracula's
2016
castle.
2016, I think.
Yeah. Whatever beer that was. It tastes
14%.
like consistency
Wow.
of motor oil. Tasted wonderful, by the way.
Yeah.
But it was definitely the cap on the fuck this podcast up marker.
And
Yeah, that was your sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I recently, just this past Sunday, found my new sweet spot.
giggity.
So I did 4 grams of mushrooms.
Oh no, that's
4
right.
grams?
You told us about
4 grams.
You told us you did that, and it's like I have
That's
something
over
to
the
talk
hero
about.
dose.
No, Hero Dose is 5.
That's a quarter ounce.
Is it?
Well, no,
No,
it's an eighth.
7.5 is
An eighth is like right around
3.5.
It's like 3.5.
Yeah, so it's an eighth. You did about an
Yes.
eighth. Yeah.
So I did a little over an eighth.
Okay.
I know this from baking. That's nothing else.
Recipe videos. I'm a content creator. Next question.
I will tell you, it was probably one of the most profound experiences of my life.
No, really?
Tell us about it. What happened?
So,
Paint the picture. Where were you? What
All right.
happened? What time
Is it
of
like
day?
self-reflection?
oh yeah, so that's
Really?
so
Okay.
essentially like that's where I really wanted to like go with it. Like I set intentions ahead of time. So I took it very earnestly. It wasn't like I just did it for kicks. Like I did it with the entire intention of kind of maybe figuring out more about myself, also figuring out my path and like where I'm going to be going and stuff like that.
Wow.
Earnestly.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
pictured our grandfather.
So
Mash 'em.
and then so I
Sorry, I didn't mean
Okay, no, I just see Kyle.
It's just
over
that's the phrase that our grandpa used to say all the time. Like, oh, get your fingers out of the door. You're gonna mash them. Like instead of hurting yourself, it was always you're gonna mash my head. And then, like
Whenever I hear
mash.
someone say earnestly, I think of my grandfather, but I've never heard it with drug reference.
Sweetest old man ever.
Oh, he was the sweetest.
Is there enough mushrooms for you? Enough for everybody. Give them to the kids.
Honestly, Poppy, I could probably go for a little more.
Like I was saying, though, my thing with something like that's like an environmental thing. I need like the environment to be right. So where were you?
Okay.
Like paint the picture before you took them.
Okay, so I set all my intentions. I wrote them down. I thought about them, and then I weighed out the mushrooms, and then I took them. And I was in my room. I blacked out all the curtains and everything, and
wow.
I was really, and I put like an eye mask on. Like I really wanted to.
Wow.
Sensory.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like I really wanted to.
Totally.
Dark Side of the Moon.
No,
I love doing that
no
though, and looking
music.
at the colors in your eyes. I like that's very
No
relaxing.
music.
Well, let me get no
For
music.
meditating.
But I'll actually get to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think I understand color science way better than I ever did now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
So
This is good.
I'm laying in my bed, and I couldn't get comfortable. I'm like, I don't like this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
Fidgety kind of.
yeah, like very tossy turny. Like I'm like, you know what? This isn't right. So I got up and I went outside, and it was beautiful.
And that's when it hit you.
I think that's honestly.
I don't have clothes on.
No. I feel like the mushrooms actually were like, we don't like this right now. We're gonna take you outside.
Yeah.
Really?
I really do think that because
It told your brain where to take your body.
because once I went outside, that's when everything started to happen.
I want to sense
Really?
things. I don't want to be sense.
So-
I don't want to sense nothing.
Did you go by that little stream behind your house?
No. So like in my driveway, I got that long driveway, right?
Yeah.
And then there's that little grove with the trees,
Right
there.
Right.
I went out there and I sat underneath the trees, and I sat there, and that's when I kind of and it doesn't feel like weed or being drunk.
Okay.
You do feel something with your body, but it's not like a you're not
Not like the slow motion you see on TV
right
kind of thing.
You just feel this like it's like comfort.
Like you're just like a unusual sense of calm.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
Like
That's
yeah.
the very good selling.
No,
point of mushrooms.
but the noise, like the internal noise, like of your brain,
oh God, yes.
it shuts off.
You're like your inner monologue.
Yeah.
is quiet.
Yeah,
Have you done them too?
Once.
Okay, so you can kind of relate. I've never.
Or is it
I took a very
depends,
small dosage.
Does it depend? I'm sure there's a
Not
million
4
different
grams.
varieties
there are different varieties and stuff, and
that have different effects. I'm sure as well.
Yeah, I'm not
Sure.
well educated on.
Yeah, there's like psilocybin, and then there's a different type of mushroom, and that other type of
peyote?
mushroom is a different type of
hallucinogen
experience.
or
Yeah. So, but the psilocybin is the one that's like
the
most
OG,
popular, and that's
yeah.
what they use for a lot of the
spiritual journeys,
spiritual journeys, but also like medical, like
Yeah.
psychological stuff.
Drama.
microdosing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So while you were outside, what transpired? Like,
Okay.
How did it become to like now I understand color theory and I'm the happiest I've ever been?
Okay. So
How did that happen?
Yeah, bridge that gap.
all right. So all of a sudden I feel like there's like a blanket on me, right?
Okay.
And it's a weighted blanket.
You felt that.
And I started to feel it, and it started to pull me. Like I felt the Earth's gravity for the first time.
So you started feeling real heavy.
Well, I'm like I'm feeling pulled towards the ground. So I lay in the grass, and I'm laying there, and I'm like looking up at the trees and everything. And
Pete comes home. Why is Pete
No.
making snow angels in my grass?
he's already inside. Actually, when I decided I was gonna go outside,
PJ, the long guys are coming. Get up, please.
he was sitting in the living room, and he's sitting in the living room, and he's like, "Oh, you headed out?" I was like, "I'm just going for a walk." And he goes, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know when I'll be back, but I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit." And he's he's either having an existential crisis or he's on something.
Or he's having the best day ever. No
Well,
in between.
So anyway, all of a sudden, then it starts to get very emotional, and my eyes just start tearing. Like,
Wow.
I'm
Like happiness emotion?
Unconsciously,
Well,
or
here's the thing. Yeah, like unconsciously, like
Wow.
the most tears started just pouring out of my eyes.
Wow.
And then I'm like, and I had to register, like, why is this happening? so like I'm actually like concentrating on the tears.
Right.
And I feel happiness, I feel joy, I feel pain, I feel hurt, I feel sadness, I feel it all at one time.
Whoa.
It is one of the most incredible feelings that I've ever felt.
It's got to be liberating as all hell.
I mean, I was just like, it was profound.
Like 10 years of therapy all at once.
So recently, there's kind of been a lot of loss around me. My coworker died. It was suddenly.
Right, yeah.
It was just like out of nowhere. And then one of my good best friends, like his mom just recently died last Sunday. And then, a few months ago, like one of my really good friends, her grandma died, and like I was kind of close with her and stuff like that. And like, so it was just kind of like, it's a lot of things.
So they're all coming out now unfiltered.
So yeah. So like, and actually like I didn't really have, because since Mike was out of work, I kind of was working like a dog on my own, and like I didn't really have time to process or grieve for Glenn, my coworker.
Yeah.
And like I actually had this moment to just intensely just,
Get it out finally. Yeah.
And I felt connected to him.
Good.
Nice.
Like I felt connected to him. Like it was weird,
Very
but
good.
I felt connected to the grass, the trees. I felt connected to the earth. I felt connected to people.
Who wrote that song, The Trees? Was that
I have no idea.
Rush, right? It was on Rest in the Forest. It was the worst Rush song ever. The maples want more sunlight, but the oaks ignore their pleas. Keep going.
Jesus Christ.
So
Bad.
horrible.
Don't look it up.
So anyway, so I felt connected to people.
That's cool.
And but at the same time, that's when I felt a lot of hurt. I felt a lot of hurt, like in the world,
Wow.
and it was kind of like at the same time as like all that stuff happening in France, like all the riots and stuff. And I was like, there's a lot of people that are hurting right now. I go back and I close my eyes. And you know how you were just saying, like, when you close your eyes and you like looking at the lights and you see the lights, right?
Yep.
Yeah, rainbow.
Very relaxing.
So I all of a sudden, like, there was this really intense red that came up. Like I was looking at a red sign, right? Like it just filled up. And then all of a sudden, then it went to like this like peach skin tone gradient.
Sounds like you're looking at the sun through your eyelids. Is what it sounds
That's
like.
in my.
That's how your mushrooms interpreted it.
No, in my ape brain, that's how my ape brain interpreted it. Then I opened my eyes and everything was cool blue.
Whoa.
That makes sense.
Like, no, but the red was removed from everything around me. And then I turned over and I looked. The driveway was purple. The barn, which is kind of like a bluey gray, was like the darker blues were purple, and then the light gray was.
Man, I can see how people get terrified on mushrooms.
I-
Everything is not how I remember it.
How long were you closing your eyes?
Yeah, how long? Yeah.
It was for me. It only felt like, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds.
Wow. How long
Yeah.
did the high last,
Well,
though?
only reason because like you said with the filter, with the tint of the light and whatever. If you wear like a orange tinted glasses for a long period of time and you take it off, everything's blue. But then you said purple, and I'm like, oh, that's not fucking it.
Yeah, I don't have one for that.
That's not fucking it. That's
Shut up, Dr. Phil.
so PJ, how long did the whole endeavor last?
So the whole thing was about like 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
worth. Wow. So then,
It felt like a longer time.
How did it
than
feel like
acid,
coming
though.
off of it?
Huh?
So it's super.
Wait, Phil, wait.
Go ahead.
No, it was shorter than acid. Acid's like 7 hours.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
I've never taken
Well,
it.
I know.
That's why I've never taken it.
I know some people. I know some people that have taken mushrooms, and it's been like an 8 to 10 hour
Oh
trip.
no.
That's why I picked a day when I was like, I have nothing. So I'm
Just in
gonna do
case it lasts that long.
Yeah, 100%.
So how does it feel like coming off the high? Though?
So well,
I think you feel, I felt great.
yeah. I mean,
feel okay?
That's the thing. Like I kind of didn't really notice it,
Oh, cool.
honestly. But like I was
Good.
when I was, so then I had all the color things, and this is where I really start getting crazy. I had to pee, so I went and I peed, and then I was peeing next to the barn, and then I turn and I look at the wall of the barn, and all the knots in the wood became faces, and
Like the
wood
dog?
grain, and the wood grain started flowing like a molten lava almost,
Yeah.
and then the faces started
hallucinating.
floating around in it.
Is your penis out the whole time?
Yes.
All in all, did you take anything from it?
There's still more to go.
That's cool.
Then Peter came outside to start working on his truck. So I was like, I'm going to go inside so he doesn't think I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
Too late for that.
Barn is breathing. I'm going inside.
We've been living together for 2 years now, and it's like
Our barn is
he already
jacked.
knows.
I don't understand why. Our
Yeah.
barn has abs.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I go back inside.
translucent. I'm going inside. And the grass is purple. It's green. The driveway's purple. I saw blue. Get in.
is translucent. I'm going inside.
So I go back inside, and I go back into my room.
Can't get comfortable in my bed.
I close my eyes, and when I closed my eyes, I saw this like cloud vine grow, and people started blossoming out of it, and it's all the people that have recently died. And I asked if they were all okay, and they said that they're good. And my one friend's grandma came over and gave me a hug and said, "Everything's fine here." And I said, "Is this heaven?" And they were like,
No, it's Pennington.
"No, we're all just here. Like we're all."
It's Super Mario Brothers 2.
It says we're all still here and we're all connected.
Well, good.
So
And then-
just like you're talking about the world.
Yeah,
being
and then
connected to the world.
when I came out of it, it feels like you're,
You
feel
got
like I
you
feel like
got
I
some
did the
mental
whole trip
therapy
with you.
It was literally mental therapy, a release. Good.
seriously
That's crazy,
and,
man.
and then I came out of it and I was like, wow.
I'm hungry.
And I've spent the last week just kind of like processing everything, and I've just found that it's like more profound. So how you said like you thought I've always been very empathetic.
Very much.
I think I'm much more empathetic now.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Like,
Well, then let's
That
be
was a
empathetic.
lot more than I thought we were going to get into
Yeah.
about that.
yeah.
That's okay. That's
No,
okay.
that was
man.
good.
We're
So
having-
do you-
so we do now have like a kind of system we're going to try to get to with like the first 2 episodes we tried twice to bring up this conversation, right? So third time's a charm. Lest we forget, we tried twice to record today, and we
Uncle Tyler.
stop and record a third time.
Wait. What do you want to talk about?
Sleepwalking. Our
Oh.
sleepwalking stories.
Well, we almost got into it the other
were
time,
yeah,
and then
we
you
were doing it.
Yeah, but you cut it off the one time
I forget. Oh,
because
yeah.
you were like, "Do you really want to talk about that?" And
I
was
told.
like,
I
Sure,
think I
Kyle, and
remember-
Kyle was asleep while we were doing it.
Yeah,
I tell-
that was perfect setup because he was sleepwalking while we were.
Yeah.
So speaking of like guided meditating and being spiritual and I can't sleep unless I'm listening to something. I have to have some sort of thing for my brain to stop thinking about itself and what I'm doing. So I always have a headphone, like a sleeping headphone in, and I always listen to like something with history. Sometimes it's ASMR if I need to really relax.
I remember when we went to New York.
Yes.
When you went to New York, you were like, "Do you mind if I play something?" I was like, "Dude, play it." And I remember, and I think did you put on a podcast?
No, I think I might have played War of the Worlds.
You listen to it.
That's right.
We listened to the
Listen to this.
1938
Listen to
War of
us.
the Worlds.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it
because
was
I was
awesome.
like, because I was super. Because they're like, "Do you care?" I'm like, "Not at all, dude."
We listened to the 1938 War of the Worlds.
He did that a million times at night.
Yeah.
Transatlantic accent.
So one of the things.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Raymond Raquello and his orchestra.
The Martians are coming.
So about sleepwalking and how your brain can kind of guide you. I fall into the YouTube trap because, as we all know, YouTube will suggest something for you that you haven't listened to before. It's nothing you've listened to prior. It's always something new.
Algorithm
So
wants
I was
to grab
listening.
you and pull you in, keep you watching.
I find listening to nature things and history of nature and the national parks is very relaxing to me. And about 2 months ago, I would say, I was listening to a thing about the West Coast Highway and all this thing, and I just fell asleep. All of a sudden, I'm sleeping, and now I'm in the middle of an active volcano situation. There's people screaming, telling me to leave. My feet are stuck in the ground. There's cats everywhere.
Oh shit!
And all of a sudden, in my
Relaxing.
dream, my feet are stuck in the cement, and I turn around and I look, and there's a volcano behind me, and it just blows up. I sit up in bed. I go, volcano! Chris goes, ah! Like, what the hell's wrong? Like, ah! What's wrong? The dogs are all like, brrr! The cat runs away.
Jesus, it's all hell breaks loose at
And I look
2:30
at
in the
I
morning.
said, what the? It was like 3:40.
It's the witching hour.
I look at my phone. It's a documentary from the History Channel on Mount St. Helens. On the one guy from Mount St. Helens that didn't leave. He did not follow the evacuation instructions, and he had a house near the volcano. He had all the cats. He had a million cats. So I was this guy in my dream. And before the volcano blew up, it was kind of cool. I felt like I was on vacation. I'm like, wow, that's not my house. Let's go have some cereal. Like I was just like hanging out.
Let's go have some cereal.
I like how he's like, this isn't my house. Let's go have some cereal.
Yeah, it was like I felt like I was in an Airbnb in Washington.
I don't live here. I'm going to take a bath.
And all of a sudden, my feet just go like sucked down into like cement, and I can't move. And I turn around and look, and the volcano blows up. And I sat like, "Don't wake Daddy." I just sat up in the bed, scared the shit out of her. But I do have them. I do have situations where I have.
Don't wake Daddy.
I feel like I've sleepwalked a little bit, but when I was a kid, I used to sleepwalk and go to the bathroom in the house, weird places. I would
Me
Sleeping
too.
Yeah.
pee in the hamper. I peed in our Care Bears
Yeah, I
hamper.
remember
My
that
dad
one.
heard me. My dad heard me going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Our Care Bears hamper hung behind the door. The door was closed. I remember my dad opened the door. Hey, what are you doing here? Thong. Like, oh, what? I was standing there pissing. He's like,
Wait.
hey, what are you doing?
Why were you doing that,
I,
according to your dream?
I don't remember.
You said it was because you were afraid of the toilet because it was made of Legos.
Yeah. I knew the
told
toilet.
me.
The toilet wouldn't seal up because it
what
was
you
made of
told me.
Legos. Yes,
Someone did make a toilet out of Legos recently.
I'm sure they did.
It probably leaked like a sieve.
Did you sleepwalk when you were a kid though, or I think we all did, right? Night
No, I
terrors.
sleep screamed.
Good night,
I've done
Phil.
that too.
Ah! He was also listening to volcanoes.
Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
So,
I must
you had the
have
night
announced
terrorist
St.
thing. That was a
Helens.
thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? Our sister Nikki says that apparently the red dye in food can trigger night terrors in children. Like if you have red M&Ms or red
That-
candy,
you know
stuff
what?
like that.
We weren't allowed to have that.
That's the thing is a lot of those things that they put in foods and stuff like that. Like I think had
There's
like,
weird effects.
Yeah, like weird effects on kids. Because I
Really?
remember a kid in elementary school who was allergic to red dye number 5. He couldn't eat Doritos. If he ate Doritos, he went into this hyperactive state that he was uncontrollable.
God,
Driveway's
I love
purple.
I love
Yeah.
Doritos. Oh my god,
Or was it red? Yeah, red dye yellow.
red dye,
Red 40.
Yeah.
red for yeah,
Red-
something like
I
that.
know Red 40 was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah, and it can trigger stuff like that. I don't remember having anything in particular other than one time I fell down the stairs, but I know you had a couple, PJ.
oh yeah.
Oh, I fell down the stairs. My dad caught me. That's how that ended. I'm
Oh,
okay.
well, that's
wasn't a big
great.
story.
Because of Red 40?
No,
No, we changed gears pretty quick.
I grabbed a bottle of Red 40 from the cabinet and
Just
just
went nuts.
So so there was one time like when we first moved into our old house, my room wasn't built yet, and I was sleeping in my
Backyard.
parents' room, and I got up in the middle of the night and started pissing in their waste paper basket next to their
Oh,
bed.
there you go. Similar story.
Things
Yeah.
that can dyes that can mess up your cognitives. Blue number 1 and 2, red 40, yellow 5 and 6.
Think.
Wow. Red dye is a common
See?
food dye known to cause numbers of side effects, including asthma, hives, hypersensitivity. And while it is approved by the FDA, there are also concerns about safety as well as sleepwalking effects. Critics say that red dye 40 can also be contaminated with cancer-causing chemicals and trigger many behavioral/sleep problems in children, young adults.
See,
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's why you got.
Hey man, I ain't giving up Kool-Aid.
You got
Kool-Aid.
you got to pay attention to the stuff you eat, like
yeah.
for real.
Yeah, it's all. There's too much out there now.
Look, this is a little aside, real quick, but because I'm doing this, like I'm gonna get a blood panel done, and I'm also having my testosterone checked.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanna see if like there's anything any vitamins I need to supplement or
Cashews.
anything.
That's what I
know.
should. Is that thing where you take a blood sample and send it in, and it comes back with a report or something?
So with the testosterone, that's what's happening.
That's what I think I need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna clone you and put you in a FEMA camp. Dude.
I've got
Don't
it.
do
Well, no, because it's
What in the world?
What is
like-
a FEMA camp?
Yeah.
where you
Oh,
have
wait,
no
a
control of anything, and they
Oh.
just give you one slice.
yeah.
of
When
bread.
there's a natural disaster,
for like
and then
Cloverfield.
yeah.
yeah.
I like how Phil's laughing quietly because his back hurts. I just feel the couch vibrate.
No, but like, have you guys thought about like getting like your levels and shit checked?
I have thought about it. 'Cause
I've gotten it checked.
I've had too many spells
Yeah.
where for no particular reason I'm really tired and lightheaded.
Yeah, and that's
out of
the thing
nowhere.
because
Lightheaded mostly.
I've noticed like recently, like my motivation levels for things
Yep.
are really low, and I really have to push hard.
Same,
Dude, to
Same.
do
and
stuff.
and it's like every once in a while, all of a sudden, I'll be the complete opposite, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
what did I eat yesterday? Maybe that made that.
Yeah.
better.
Are any of you deficient in any vitamins that you know of?
Well, that's
what I'm saying. I don't know.
That's why
I did mine. I'm deficient in vitamin D and vitamin K.
Yeah.
See, that's what I need
See,
to find out.
that's what I'm. That's my
And I
whole
don't
thing
think
is what I'm trying
vitamin
to figure
K
out.
is. I don't think
reduces
K has
cancer,
anything
too.
to do with potassium as far as the periodic table, but a vitamin D. You can get it from
The
it's
sun.
the vitamin D from the sun, and also vitamin
D.
K is from certain vegetables.
Sunny D.
Which had majority of.
Well, I
Oh,
know.
you see they have alcoholic Sunny D now?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Is it
I
good?
have
Have you
it.
guys had it?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I never liked Sunny D, so like
Yeah.
I didn't.
I would have rather had it when I was younger.
Wouldn't it just
did
taste like a
something-
screwdriver?
I guess so.
kind of, but like it's fake orange juice, so it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It
you
did
know.
something in the back of my throat. Like every time I drank it, it was like this weird like.
Like a burn, like a weird
Yeah.
sting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Fuck you, Sunny D."
Or Tang.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
I never
Tang.
did Tang. I was just like, I never trusted those commercials. I'm like,
Yeah, it's got a
monkeys
monkey
mixing
on
that
it.
shit. Yeah.
They brought this to the moon.
And that's funny that you're saying that you got an article that says that red dye is known to cause sleepwalking, because I pulled up the one here that says, I just want to know, why do we sleepwalk? And they said the exact cause of sleepwalking is unknown. But seems to run in some families.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it
at
could
the
be- you
same
can
time,
inherit it.
they could also put Ambien on there because
Oh,
all the things that you do with Ambien. And
Phil,
I haven't.
How
taken-
has
I haven't-
your experience with Ambien been?
I haven't taken it since that story.
what story?
Oh yeah, the first time or the second time I took it. I think the first time was a good experience. Or,
That was the last. time you
Ambience
took
for
it?
helping you sleep.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So like
supposedly.
I did a sleep study. They said that there was no apnea or anything like that. And then they were like, okay, so nothing works. You probably have stress, and here's some Ambien.
So you went to get a sleep study done to see why you're not sleeping well.
Yeah,
or
I got
something?
the whole machine.
Oh,
kick-
oh,
kick
oh,
a
yeah,
boot,
yeah,
all
yeah.
that shit.
Yep.
Do they do that at your house, or you do it at their
There's a
place?
kit you bring home. You can
Really?
you can do both versions. I don't
Okay.
want to sleep in a room with
Yeah.
scientists and all that crap.
And the scientists.
I probably wouldn't be able to sleep at anyway.
Yeah, it
Right,
wouldn't be a good rating. So what they do? It tells you just try Ambien.
Yeah. So after a couple months, they were just like, all right, reduce XYZ, and then come back, and then I got the Ambien. First pill, fine. Second pill, apparently I woke my wife up by shaking her shoulders, saying, "The spreadsheets aren't done yet. The spreadsheets aren't done yet."
What?
And so-
Holy fuck!
and so,
Oh my
and
god!
so yeah, I haven't taken it since.
Wow.
And
Wake me up when the barn's breathing. Go to bed.
I think
Wake me up when the barn has abs.
Exactly. I don't know why the spreadsheets were up, but probably work,
Hug the cloud. It's all good. Go to
Wow,
work
dude.
associated.
Phil, have you checked out Dr. Andrew Huberman and Huberman Lab?
I like Huber.
Oh wait,
Dude.
no, I think you sent that.
Yeah,
I did.
I like that guy.
Dude,
Yeah, he's great.
He's very good.
Like,
What is he for?
Well,
everything.
like he's what is it? A neurobiologist?
He's a neurologist who is
Yeah.
he is in like knowing how neurology works to like better your life, saying this is going to ultimately
Applying
happen
that,
if you don't do this.
Yes.
Applying the science of neurology.
Very smart guy.
Yeah, and
for you to manipulate
and
at
like
home
he's-
on your own benefit.
He's because there's a lot of this stuff that you can do for no cost.
Sure.
It's just
like-
mindset stuff.
It's mindset stuff and,
Yeah.
and things like that.
That
Like,
makes sense.
and he's super interesting.
He puts it into really easy terms to understand. Sometimes you listen
Yeah.
to a neurologist and they're like, well, the cochlear implant on the coxal site. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy's like, yo, man, listen, if you take this cereal and eat this cereal instead at this time of day and do this, you might be a little bit better. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like that cut and dry.
yeah,
Huh.
like
Very
don't,
good.
Like
What
don't,
was his name again?
Huberman.
Dr. Andrew Huberman.
And
it's
where's his
usually in
content?
black
On
and
YouTube or
white.
something?
YouTube,
Oh, okay.
Instagram. I mean, he's all over the place.
His videos are like
he's on
super like
podcasts
chill,
everywhere.
like they're usually in black and white. They're not overwhelming to watch. There's not like an intro like every video that's supposed to help you cognitively. Like, do you want to better yourself?
yeah, and it gives you sensory overload.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, my god, I'm already overloaded.
Be sure to mash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you know when a new
That's-
video
I
comes.
hate
Like,
that. I hate that.
Honestly, and that's what's like crazy about like you
like,
know
I fucking know.
because that's the stuff that like yes, that's what the algorithm feeds.
Yeah.
is like all that
Is that kind of
stuff
stuff.
that trend stuff because that's
Yeah.
the stuff that
Gross.
that attracts people and they get into it and like there's like a psychology game to it, but it's like at
Right.
the same time it's like I think that's also contributing to a lot of problems that people have with attention spans and things like that.
Sensory overload.
Like,
My problem-
like TikTok brain,
Yes,
you know.
Yes, I've noticed that as a problem with myself, and I have
Yeah.
limited. I use an app to limit my daily social media intake. Like it literally disables the apps, and I can't
Yeah.
override it because it's just. I don't even realize I'm doing it. I'm waiting for the elevator, and next thing I know, I've seen 30 videos on TikTok,
It just
like, or something like
becomes
that.
a natural habit. That
Or I sit on the
yeah.
toilet and I wind up peeing twice.
What elevator?
You know,
And then
Jesus.
numb.
It's
Elevator, sitting down.
Yeah, think about that. Sitting on the toilet for too long and when you can't stand up. Like,
Yo.
I've done that before.
Bad, dude.
The old numb
I
leg.
did not like. I didn't like how I felt after that. I was like, oh my god, 3 hours.
See,
Fuck,
that
did
didn't
nothing.
happen. That didn't happen for me. Like using a cell phone
Yeah.
on the toilet. I was reading. I have one of those bathroom books that has like all these fun facts.
love
and stuff in
those,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
they're good.
Big John's bathroom reader.
yeah.
So I was reading that for like literally.
That's
over
a good one though. You're
Over
at
an
least
hour.
absorbing good knowledge.
Yeah, but then I couldn't stand up afterwards, and it freaked me out.
Our sister has one of those books. Did you ever see them? The guest book for the bathroom.
No,
It's just like, what did you do? How was it?
Oh, no.
That's so good.
That's
If
hilarious.
you had to name what you did, give it a title, and I was just like,
Snakes on a plane.
yeah,
good.
exactly.
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking
Wait,
thing.
visit number 2, Bob Marley's hair.
See, that's what I'm saying. Bob Marley's hair. It's disgusting. God. But that's the kind of thing. Those
I'm going to
books-
write that in Nikki's shit log later.
PJ loved that. He threw his mic on and everything. Bob Marley's hair.
God.
Long, stringy, smells like weed.
You ever see a dog taking a shit in a place it's not supposed to and it's doing that like nervous shit spin thing where
it knows
where
it's
they
gonna
can't-
plop.
No, not here. No.
Panicking. Yeah.
Oh God, dog shit stories. We got to do a whole episode on that.
yeah, dog shit story.
Whole story.
A whole conversation. on dogs.
I'll do one quick. A girl I dated a long time ago wanted to go on a picnic. She wouldn't shut up about a picnic, and they opened Heritage Park in Allentown. They redid this whole area, and it was real nice. We brought a blanket, went to Wawa, got hoagies, put the blanket down, opened the hoagies. She leaned back. She put her hand in the freshest pile of mocha-colored dog shit.
Oh my
It was
god!
so fresh and soft.
Wiener poopy.
I can't believe the dog wasn't walking away.
Yeah.
It was so fresh.
It was so
You
fresh.
see it come up through her fingers.
It's like a Play-Doh machine.
That was 12 years ago, dude.
See,
13
that's a good-
years ago. And
that's a-
when she posted a video or a picture a couple years after that of she went on to date somebody else, and when she posted the picture of her getting engaged with her ring on her finger,
You could only picture
I
shit.
could only see shit coming through. And it was just made me laugh so hard. Ruined our picnic. She never asked again. And we're riding in the car. I had to put the blanket, wrap the hoagies up, and she's sitting in the car with her shit on her.
I don't mean to change gears here, but I know that we have like we have like a list of things we want to talk
Don't worry about it. Let's go organic, bro.
Speaking of poop, Phil had something that he was talking
Oh.
about.
Yeah, what is that? You texted
You
us
said something about like weird poop.
The blue poop challenge.
Blue poop challenge.
What is this?
Yeah.
From your wiener.
Did you ever have weird colored poop?
Yeah. So there's this thing called the blue poop challenge. It's
She's my little blue poop.
I think you just got to pay the shipping for the
You have
thing.
to buy it?
Well, it's you make muffins, right? And
Oh,
so
it's something
this-
you eat.
Yeah, so you
make
eat these
blue poop.
muffins, and then the time it takes from ingestion to defecation, they have a scale on how well your bowels work and stuff like that. So
No way. So if it's bluer, it's better. If it's lighter, it's worse.
If it takes 4 hours and it's blue, then it's duration based.
Oh, it's duration. I thought you meant like it comes with like a color swatch,
To show
and you
how-
hold it up to it.
But I never saw blue, so don't know what the fuck that. Yeah, don't know what happened there.
So it didn't help me at all.
Yeah.
No, it didn't give me any
Yeah.
information at all.
Wow.
So depending on
I'm
how long
so-
it's in your body,
Yeah.
the bluer.
Imagine if you did
there's
that
any
and then
blue
had
in it, that
mushrooms? No,
it was in there too long or something like that. Or
Yeah, so well, I didn't see anything, so I didn't. Look.
Your body your body
Yeah, it's like-
absorbed the blue, and now you're gonna have nightmares.
Yeah, it's like that's why I can.
Wow.
That's why I can just like 1,000 milligrams of RSO.
I think. And what's that supposed to be measuring? Like
What is
how
it telling-
fast your digestive system is, if it's healthy.
Pretty much. And there's a gauge on it.
Okay,
Again,
so that
I didn't
means
look into it more
so
because I
meaning
didn't see it.
if it went through you too fast and you weren't absorbing nutrients, it would be blue.
Yeah,
because it
immediately.
didn't take time
Well,
to get the
immediately.
color
It's
out.
going to be blue. It's supposed to be blue regardless. It's supposed to be
What's-
such a heavy base dye that a non-toxic heavy base dye.
Where's the challenge part come in?
And I think it's like a
campaign
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the.
ice bucket you throw a fucking
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that was actually.
I mean, so my mom used to make a lot of cakes when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And so I used to eat the frosting, and I used to have all different kinds of colored poop.
Dude,
all the time.
Did you ever eat black icing?
Yeah.
And what color did it come out?
Oh, it was straight black poop.
I had the exact opposite.
It was green poop.
Tell
when I
us
worked at the
all
radio
about it.
when I worked at the radio station for one of the anniversary parties, they had one of the bakeries make a cake for the radio station, and it had black icing over the whole thing for the logo, and we all ate it. And the next day we come in for a staff meeting, and just one dude, just like dead silence, he just goes, "Hey, is anybody else's poop bright green last night?" And I turned around, I was like, dude, yeah. I thought there was something. I mean,
you shit like a goose.
glow stick green.
Why is every animal shit
So bizarre.
Why does every other animal shit make grass grow, but human shit's poison?
I don't know.
You notice that?
I mean, have we
'Cause it's
done
the
a lot
stuff
of
that-
testing of that?
It's probably the stuff we eat. That's why.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
A red dye 40.
what's funny about the black icing thing was I didn't like a lot of the kids I went to school with, and so on your birthday sometimes you would take in like treats and stuff and cupcakes.
Oh, no.
So I brought in cupcakes that were filled with black icing.
Because people with their parents are going to think they're
Not to
shitting
mention,
blood.
not to mention, it would fuck with their poop. But
Yeah.
then also like for the rest of the day, their entire mouth would be black.
Oh yeah, Oreo lips.
Oh, in the teeth creases. Right?
Oh,
Like,
everything. And people were like, "Oh, these were so good." I'm like, "Oh, glad you liked them." And I just sat there.
hilarious.
And guess what cupcake I was eating during all that?
Your teachers.
Just a regular.
The white one.
No, never done that. But
His cupcake.
To each their own.
but yeah,
Nothing wrong with them.
Not going to judge. Not going
It's history here.
Yeah.
no. But then I
Word
just had a regular cupcake.
Can you notice the difference? Like when you buy a cake mix, like I don't really buy cake mixes very much. I like to make cakes from scratch when I have the time.
Sure.
But if you, one time I went to the dollar store and I bought a cake mix. Never again.
Buying
I was
cake,
embarrassed.
plain
I
old
didn't-
cake mix.
Yeah.
I was more. It was easier for me to have the embarrassment of saying I waited last minute. I didn't bring a dessert than bringing the cake I made from the dollar store, just because of the ingredients that are in it. Like it was.
Yeah.
It's worth it to spend the money on a bigger cake mix. And what you can do, I don't know if you've seen it. It was on TikTok. You take a box cake mix and you add an egg instead of oil. You use butter and double it.
Yeah.
And there's a way to take a box cake and make yourself a hero with the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
I'm
gotta-
not trying to alter the bowel movements of my fellow classmates, but really just to make a nice cake and make it seem like you really put your own love into something that's pre-made. So it's kind of worth it. I don't think the money it costs to buy a full-blown bakery cake. I don't see I don't see why.
The only value is I need it now.
$40.
To be perfectly honest with
J.G.
you,
Wentworth.
I've kind of cut out all baked goods.
Sweets, yeah?
Not
Uh,
all
not-
sweets. I
but
still
just
have
baked goods.
Yeah, like because honestly, with like bread and all that stuff, like it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
Because that sugar. Like I am trying to
Well,
get.
we'll
rid-
broadcast from your glass house next episode.
no, I'm just saying.
Wow, jeez.
I'm trying to get rid of this little tire I got around me, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
you know,
hear ya.
and it's like when I know when I eat bread, I balloon
Feel
out.
it. You feel
Like
it.
what I'm saying is about bakery. I don't see the value in bakery products. They charge 30, 40,
Yeah.
50 bucks for a cake. I don't see it. What food
Sure.
do you
Well-
think is worth that much money? Steak?
Yeah,
mean-
some
Milk
steak
Bar
maybe.
store charges $80 a cake.
The what?
Milk Bar.
Yep. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, $80 for a cake.
waste.
I can't spend that on a
Yeah.
cake, but I
That's
could
a
buy
waste.
I could buy a full fillet for that much.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
said that you got
100%.
those directions on TikTok or something.
Yeah, I saw there was like a cake altering
We
thing,
gotta-
and it made it seem. I don't ever want to be the person that's like, oh yeah, it's a bakery cake, but I really made it. I'm not out to trick people. I'm out to say like, hey, I put my own. That's like my whole Instagram thing is I put my spin on these traditional recipes.
100%. Yeah.
And I make it people. I want you to get more for your money when you buy or do anything.
Well, what I was going to say was you got to watch what people anybody can put their opinion on the internet with what they think is good or not, and a big example of that is those like dump dinners and those things like that where people have said like,
Oh, God.
you could just like throw all your taco shit right on the table, and
Yeah.
it's a huge waste of food.
It looks like the bottom of the
just
bird
for-
cage.
it's just for clout on the internet. Look at all this food for just me and my husband. Like that's dumb, dude. The amount of wasteful food. Like, did you ever see those stupid viral videos where someone will like for a funny reel, they'll pour like huge buckets of something on top of like a cake or something, and it makes a huge fucking mess.
The guy that doubles his egg yolks every day for making pasta, he doubles it.
There was some good that came out of that.
Yeah, he did donate a lot of it. He feeds a lot of homeless
I
people.
mean, have you seen what I'm talking about online though?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Phil
definitely. Yeah.
knows way more food accounts than I do because of like how like deep diving you are into like certain realms of the food world, and I admire that. But
So
there's so
what's-
many people that waste money on food. What are some that you've seen recently?
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of them that I see are usually just bad, and they waste it because they think they can cook it all the way. Like, there's like ones that like can cook it really fast on, I don't know, on certain, on like like hot plates real quick, and they cut it open, and it's like raw.
Yep.
It's like
They think it's
I'm
a
done.
food hack.
Yeah,
you know.
it's like, oh, just do this or do an iron. I saw someone try to use an iron.
Make a
which
grilled
I'm sure
cheese.
you could. Well, yeah, I'm sure you could do grilled cheese. I don't know if you can cook meat.
Did you
No.
Did you see the
No.
Reddit
Yeah.
page called "Stupid Food"?
Yeah.
It,
Oh, it's
I
a
just
great
found
one.
I just found that today, and,
Oh, yeah.
and I was looking through.
Oh,
it.
dude, read
It's
some.
all shit like
Yeah.
that. It's mostly Salt Bae for starters.
I have
Oh.
A lot of him.
on my YouTube. I did.
I didn't realize how
episodes.
much. I didn't realize like how much of a shisty guy that.
Oh, he's a-
Salt Bae
Next
was.
time
Oh
you look
my
at his video,
God.
look at the watch on his arm. He has a Patek Philippe watch on his arm. That thing's a $250,000 watch. He's making money. He's doing something right.
Well, his restaurant
Yeah.
was closed down, so
Yeah.
They all did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, one of them did. So
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
called-
the
a
restaurant
win for
closed down.
food.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know where.
I mean, that's a celebration.
It's called fraud. That's what he's doing right.
yeah.
What food accounts on YouTube do you guys like? I like Senpai Kid. I like you don't like him?
No, I don't know who.
Oh, I thought you were like fucking.
I follow a lot of video
Um,
game ones. There's a lot of video game
the
guys
food
that I
guys.
follow, but
I like
not
the
food.
the one guy Zach Choi. I like Zach Choi.
Yeah.
He rolls everything in like panko breadcrumb. He'll take like brie, put like Jello in between, roll it in panko breadcrumbs, fry it perfectly, cut it, and eat it. He always eats what he cooks, and I admire that too. A lot of people cook stuff and then just show it to you,
And then they don't eat
and
it.
then they don't eat it. That's a new thing. Every chef used to always take a bite.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed that there's a lot more of that now.
I like the guys that it's like they eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because like you'll see that they'll make this video and they're like, oh, that looks delicious.
Food
and then you'll see like when they genuinely take the bite, they're like, oh, this is really good. And then it like kind of fast forwards and it's just like the whole thing's gone. It's like,
There's those ones that are like where they do like stacks and stacks and stacks of American sliced cheese and they deep fry it.
Ugh,
And
yes.
then they eat the whole thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
how you
anything
do
with
that.
like
yeah.
6 burger patties
Yeah.
and all the different
or the
and
Bloody
then
Mary
coat it
that's
in
stacked.
cheese.
Yeah.
And put it
Those
on
are wild.
They got a
full
school of
rotisserie
shrimp.
chicken. A full
Yeah.
rotisserie chicken.
Anything
on
with
it.
like a lot of grease like
Yeah.
that. Like I've even seen some that were
Rotisserie
They
chicken.
do.
yeah.
If you look up
It's
some
gross.
of these Bloody Mary concoctions that people do, it is
Really?
insanity.
I like a good Bloody Mary.
No,
Sure.
don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But how do you drink it when you have thousands of pounds of food on top?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what's those viral those
Dude,
ice
we'll do
cream-
it for the repost, man.
What were those viral ice cream shop type things? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Like a
Oh,
milkshake.
yeah.
Well, they
And on top
coated
was like
the
a
outside.
full waffle
Dude,
decorated with ice cream and stuff.
There's one in Belmar.
Yeah, there is. You're
Black
right.
Cap.
I went.
It's wasteful.
I can't remember what.
You're not eating that whole thing.
I did.
You did?
And it was like a sugar rush that I've never felt in my life.
There's
Because it had like a full cotton candy thing and like all this other
Dude.
crap. Dude, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
My stomach hurt real bad.
Let's see.
I got an instant headache. Like,
America.
and it wasn't brain freeze because there's only like 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream.
See,
The rest is
what?
sugar.
Yeah, the
It's like
rest.
a-
It's like a margarita glass
I mean,
but with sprinkles.
There were
Stupid.
gummy sharks and all
Yeah.
kinds of other lollipops, and I don't like lollipops.
Hey, I'm going to say it right now. Gummy stuff and ice cream doesn't mix.
Yeah. Why,
No.
why
that's
cold?
not true. When I go to
Cold?
Cold Stone, I always get like gummy worms or gummy bears.
No.
I like it. I mean, like dirt.
I don't like the
cups.
texture. Yeah.
I like the dirt cups with the Oreos and the vanilla.
Yeah, but that's different. You eat the
pudding
worms
and
first, and then you
worm.
go to the next savory class.
That's okay. But other than that, they're meant to be on their own.
I like-
Any gummy stuff like that. I think.
I like that they get like the cold makes them stiff and hard. And
Yeah.
then I put them in my mouth and they just melt.
Yeah.
That is a great clip. They get stiff and hard. I
I
put them
was
in my mouth.
quiet on
They
purpose.
just
I'm
melt.
glad you acknowledged it. I was going to say something. Let him say.
I was waiting for it. I looked over and
Mark
I
that.
said,
Let
I
him
said,
go.
I said, go for
There's
it.
your intro. Fuck your
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good one.
Tyler.
I was talking.
we
and laughing
can't
at the
because
same
then it
time.
just it's,
Tyler just slothed out. Did you
I was
guys hear
talking
that?
and laughing.
it's just it's all it is just repeating what Kyle said in
Yeah.
the intro.
Hey.
Oh, that was an OG. That's an old one. We were
That was
talking
like
about
5 years ago, dude.
We were talking about Zots. Do you remember those candies? They were hard
remember
candy,
Zots.
and inside was liquefied pop rocks, basically, where it would like pop and sizzle in your mouth. But it
we
was
were talking
liquid.
about candy and how I can't just eat candy.
So
I
it was a
have to
hard candy. You'd let it melt in your mouth, and this stuff would ooze out, and it would be all sizzly and shit. And that's what it was. It was so they're so.
I
weird.
think there's something wrong with me because I can't like a peanut M&M or like a fucking Kit Kat. I can't just eat the candy. I have to suck on everything.
and like pick at it with your teeth while in your mouth.
There's a clip.
This is gold. I just
No.
have to suck everything.
I just have to suck on everything.
Now we have you too.
It's fine.
Yes. Oh, I like to suck on everything.
We're all just sucking on everything.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Penis Museum in Amsterdam.
There is?
Yeah, there is.
there's Phil's clip.
Did we go to the Penis Museum in Amsterdam?
Yeah, they no.
Wait, that's a real
Is
thing?
there a sex museum?
A sex museum.
No,
makes more
it's
sense.
it's all penises.
That's
because
right.
They have.
Yeah.
It's literally the entire thing is devoted to all kinds of penises of all genus of animal. Yeah, dude.
What's the really
What was
long
that
one?
animal
Turpin or
when Jay
terrapin?
was over?
Turtles have massive penises.
Tarpons. There's an animal where it literally
Inside.
drags behind.
Let me tell you, a moose has a pretty big dick.
I mean, mooses are large.
Yeah, but like I saw a moose
By
running.
by ratio.
The first time I saw a moose, that motherfucker's running in the field with a third leg just swaying back and forth.
Oh yeah.
I was
fifth
like,
leg, actually.
holy! Oh yeah, thank you.
One time I was in Tennessee with my cousin. We were like kind of like clashing a little. You know when you go on a road trip with somebody, there's a little bit of a clash for a little while because you can't spend a week together with somebody without there being an issue.
100%.
We were driving around and there was I think it was cattle, it was bulls or horses or something. But we were like, you fuck you dude, fuck you dude. We were like quiet for like 3 or 4 hours. We stopped at a light and we look over and there's like a horse. I think it was horses. And we look over, there's a horse at the fence just like wiggling, and we both look and the thing's like. We both just started cracking up so bad we had to like pull the car over. We were friends then. We're like, yes, horse cock. Like,
Horse cock. There was a brand new.
There's
episode.
another clip. Yes, horse cock.
Another mark. There was a funny episode of a recent episode of South Park.
I don't know if you.
What was that?
Mid stroke.
Way to wrap the conversation.
Your lid's not on there. I don't want you to spill.
Oh yeah.
There was a
I've
recent
been
episode of
empty for a
South
bit.
Park where Butters was competing in equine, in like where they do the jumping with the
Yeah.
horses and everything.
Yeah.
And his horse never
Equestrial art.
made the. Every time it came out to the jump, it just got a huge boner instead. And it just, you hear the slide whistle, the every time. He's like, no, biscuit, get down. Like that's so funny. Just like stupid little gags.
I'm not gonna be able to
always get me.
I'm not gonna be able to go over to my sister's house and play with my niece's slide whistle ever again now.
Think about boners every time.
Good thing you didn't say my nephew's slide
This
with.
is a good one. Was that a good clip? That was a good clip.
I remember when I was getting a tour of the gym, one of the gyms over here in Robbinsville. They were like, we'll give
How
you
is
a
this
tour.
connected?
Oh, watch, it will be.
I'm waiting.
I was getting a tour of the gym, and the guy's like, "You want to see the locker room?" I'm like, "Nah, not really. I don't need to see the locker room." He's like, "Come on, let me show you the facilities." We walk in.
If someone's forcing you to go see the facility,
We walk in,
The
and
locker room at Penn State.
The same thing like the horse. The guy's like, "Excuse me."
Dude, it's just dangling there out in the open.
I've never seen anything like this. It looked like a gardening tool.
I used to have full conversations at the gym. I just got used to it after a while.
Seriously?
Like, yeah, they would just be naked in front of you, and you just got to just keep your eye contact.
Yeah.
And then when they walk away, don't look at their butts.
Speaking of
Keep your eye
Oh,
contact.
man.
speaking
No
of
way.
hammers,
Yeah.
you guys got to watch Tom Segura's Sledgehammer special
that's
on
good.
Netflix.
It's
Oh,
good.
I haven't seen
Great.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Tom Segura's a
It's been a long
master.
time since I've watched any stand up on,
Dude.
I need to get back into it.
Tom Segura
Love him though. He's great.
is so funny.
Yeah, dude, he's great.
He was so good. I loved it.
He's the one that
I
has
recommend
the podcast
anybody to
with-
watch it.
He's the one that has the podcast with Bert.
Two
With
bears
Burr,
in a
with
cage.
his wife. Like,
Did you see
he's
that
got-
one where he got Hitler's teacup? Gave him
Yes,
Hitler's
for his
teacup
birthday?
Yeah, he got him Hitler's teacup. He's like
One of the funniest
He went
thing-
through. He first described the whole thing about how he got it and who he got it from, and then he says, "And here's a piece of paper documenting this belonged to the Fuhrer."
Yeah, and Bert's reaction.
Is
Bert's
that-
reaction when he's just like,
Hilarious, man. Hilarious.
oh,
It's a good time, man. Good time.
Does Bert still do the Something's Burning?
What's that mean?
What?
Where he's cooking, the cooking show he does?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Good question.
I have
I smell
Bert's
some
phone
pizza
number.
though.
maybe he does. He might do it. I'm not sure. But I know he's got the Bert cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a couple things out there too.
I mean, they all have like 4 or 5 podcasts now.
yeah.
They all
You know?
do, and they're all successful.
Yeah.
Hey, that's our goal for this show, right? We're gonna try to.
Sure is.
We're gonna try to be successful with it one day, man. But we'll see. I think we're good for this episode, though.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here.
Pizza's here.
Oh.
Let's go have some lunch. And thanks for listening to this epised of Full Slice Podcast. Thanks for
Thank you,
hanging out with us,
thank
guys.
Next episode, we'll go on a 45-minute dissertation on my trip. And thanks for tuning in. Everybody, check out Standout Stickers, and hope you have a good day.
Yes.
Later.
hitting that subscribe button.
Isn't this great? I got my own kitchen, my own bedroom.
And your very own episode of Full Slice Podcast.
It's aesthetically pleasing. God damn it.